Well, good day to everyone. So today I've got permission from a landowner to walk his creek. So it's going to be a different creek than I've walked in the past. New territory. Don't know what lies on his property. I know in an adjacent property there's a lot of gravel bars. The creek as it goes through his property is mostly covered with trees, shaded by trees, and not out in the open. It's not pasture land right next to it. So don't really know what to expect, but we'll spend an hour or two there and see what we find. Hope you enjoy the video. So the first notable find of the day is this small piece here that has some shell fossils in it. Right over here is a small piece that has crinoid fossils in it too. I think I'm going to leave this piece here, but thought I'd at least show you it. I'll take the one with the shells. I've got several pieces here that I'd like to take a look at, wash off. This one intrigued me with its pattern, and I wonder if it isn't a fossil of some sort. Looks like a trail. I've got a couple other pieces. A piece, I think this is feldspar, and this the line in it intrigues me. I wonder if that isn't coral. But then over here there's a piece that has some lines in it, that banding in it, that I might want to wash off and look at closer. Here's the one with the banding in it, light banding. Banding is throughout, so it's a banded chert or a banded jasper. There's some fossils in there, so that would make it chert. I think I'll take that one home. And then this one. Well, I'm going to guess it's a fossil of some sort, but I really don't know what it is. I'll take it. Maybe do some more research. And here's a piece of feldspar. I believe it's feldspar anyway. It'll tumble up nicely. And then this piece. That lining along the side, yeah, that's a piece of coral. So my day is complete. I found a piece of coral. Can't go rock hounding in Illinois without finding petrified coral. Look at this. Look at that. Looks like a bit of a horn coral. What I've come to know is horn coral. Nice little piece there. Here's a couple pieces I picked up. Some of the orange and white, and some banded gray and white. Be good for tumbling. Kind of pretty, decorative. This one kind of intrigues me with its swirls and design in there. Maybe nothing but limestone, but let's go wash that off. It's got some silica on this side. I don't know if the whole thing is silica. It's kind of an interesting piece. I think I'll take it. There's another chunk of the chert / agate, chalcedony. It's kind of a colorful piece I picked up. Tumble that. So I just picked up this piece. It's mostly kind of a brown gray at the bottom, but then at the top it has this nice fractured appearance to it. It's kind of unique, and it's silicified, so it's hard with a smooth fracture to it. Might look real nice cut up, so I think I'm going to take this. So this looks like an interesting piece. If I tip it up, it has a crystal cavity in there with plenty of debris on the inside. Some nice silica around the edges. Let's see if I can get a good glimpse of this. Here's another piece of silica right there. So there's a pretty dirty crystal cavity there, but I think I'm going to take that, clean it up, see how it looks after I clean it up. So I have a couple pieces here. This is another piece of what I believe is feldspar, the red and clear. I think it is anyway. And this white piece, I see a lot of silica out there that is out here that is clearish, and yeah, clear. And actually this is a microcrystalline quartz, just like agate or jasper and such, and it's a really nice white. So I am going to take that. I've got a couple projects in mind I could do with something like that. So here's a couple pieces right next to one another. A little piece of crinoid stem with the hollow center hollowed out, and then this piece, fossilized shells is what I'm guessing. Nothing on the back. It's an interesting piece, but I think I'm going to leave it here. Got something down here. I don't know if, yeah, this looks like another piece of stem. So I'll take them. This one really stands out to me. It's clear enough to be glowing in the sun. It's not the typical pale yellow or white that we see, but kind of a orangish red, so maybe that's Carnelian. There we go. See it glow there. So isn't perfectly clear through it, quite as clear as some, but that'll tumble up nice. So I always pick up a lot of red, and I rarely show me picking it up because I always get a lot of it. But here's a couple pieces that stood out to me. This piece here, the second from the end, which is brown, not brown, more of a gray, a blue-gray, and I think it's just a slate. But what I found interesting about that is it actually has red banding in there. So I don't know if I'll bring it along, but I don't know what to do with it really. Well, maybe I do. We'll see what. And then this piece at the end, which is more brown, but it has these quartz veinings all the way through it. Love it. Beautiful piece. Now here is a wonderful find right here. At first I saw this, thought it was a shell, and I realized no, this is banded chert, I guess. Wow, and look at those bands. Wow, that may be the find of the day. Look at that color. There's opposing bands on the backside. Wow, that is beautiful. That'll be really nice cleaned up. So I find these type of silica nodules or chalcedony nodules. And if you look real close in the periodic clear portions, you can see that there's something's going on in the inside. There's a term out there, I don't know if it's a legitimate term or not, called plume agate. I'm learning that here where I collect, a lot of the agates are white or clear, or a mixture of white and clear, and this might be a good example of that. Once we clean it up, maybe grind off the brown pitted portions, you'll see both a clear portion mixed in with a white plume. It's actually really nice. The few pieces that I've cut into looks really nice, but the beauty is very subtle. It's not as pronounced as the more colorful, different color changes, color veining, and that sort of thing. So I'm going to take this and grind into it and see what we can do with it. Here's a piece that caught my eye because of the layers, the rings that it laid down. Very interesting, and I didn't think much of it, but as I washed it off, I could tell that it's actually composed of silica. So I'm going to take that. I think that would be a good candidate to cut up and see what the layers look like in the inside. I don't expect any real color to it, but it might have a nice pattern. We'll see if it's as grainy and as holy on the inside as it shows here.
And then there's another piece, just a small little piece. It's a host rock, which is nothing, but it has a little tiny cavity there that's I find interesting. I'll clean that out and show you some better pictures of that. Well, one last find for the day. Found another piece of just plain what I believe is limestone host rock with a vein through it. I believe that is a silica or agate vein through it. So that would be a good one to just grind off the edges and see if there's any banding. It kind of looks like there might be some banding in there. And clean up the edges and see what it looks like. So I'll have pictures of that a little bit later. Well, I think that's it for this video. It's a nice, relaxing walk down a stream. Not as rushed as I normally am when I, let's say, go on the river. And I'm trying to make a certain place by a certain time. So I was able to take more time on each gravel bar. And that was nice. That being said, I don't know that I was picking up more material per gravel bar. So it just may be just as well to rush over a gravel bar and quick get the easy stuff and move on. Anyway, thanks for coming along, and I'll show you more pictures here in a little bit.